So our next concept is expression for average power. So here that is P average. So here expression for average power means from the Poynting theorem we are already derived that volume integral of E bar dot Jc bar dV means which is the power density. That means the power per unit volume which is equals to minus the surface integral of E bar cross H bar ds minus dou by dou t of volume integral of half mu h square plus half epsilon E square dV. That means if we can consider the volume integral half mu h square means which is energy stored in the magnetic field and which is half epsilon E square means energy stored in the electric field. Here minus indicates that the decreasing of energy stored in electric field and magnetic field is equal to the output power from the input power here. So that means the energy stored can be calculated with half h square and half epsilon e square means that is represented with E energy stored. Half mu h square means mu h means which is represented with h. So that means here we can write this expression in the form of power. That means power means we have alternating power. Here also electromagnetic wave means wave means alternating wave which is represented with alternating component. That's why here any power wave can be represented with complex quantities. Why? Because of it is waveformatic representation, frequency is there. That means the complex power or instantaneous power Pc is equal to the instantaneous power having or the complex power is having the complex quantity means real part and imaginary part. So that means here this power is equal to the half energy stored into electric field, energy stored in magnetic field. That's why half E bar cross H bar conjugate because of P is equal to VA conjugate. Same manner here P means in terms of electric field and magnetic field from the Poynting vector. So that means E bar cross H bar conjugate, where H bar conjugate means the complex conjugate of magnetic field vector H bar, magnetic field vector H bar here. So then how to determine the average value here? If we can consider any complex power, any complex value, the power can be written as P is equal to that means in complex power, instantaneous power, real part and imaginary part, that is general representation P plus jq. P plus jq, which is called real part, which is called imaginary part. One more thing is that this P is called as average power, this is called as imaginary power. That means reactive power. Why? Because of real part having average power, but complex part, imaginary part does not having average power. That's why P is equal to the expression is B average I average cos phi and Q is equal to VRMS IRMS sin phi, VRMS IRMS sin phi. Because of the average value is having only real part means the resistor having average value, power dissipation takes place. And but the reactive part, inductor and capacitor does not having average values because of which is involved in frequency terms. That's why whose average value 0. That's why here the average power is equal to half real part of E bar cross H bar, half real part of E bar cross H bar, and the imaginary power or reactive power is equal to half imaginary part of E bar cross H bar, because of it is conjugate. It is conjugate. Here also it is conjugate. So imaginary means imaginary. That's why we can't see the imaginary part, inductor and capacitor. Reactive power we can't see, but it is required to flow average power right now. So that means we have to calculate expression for average power. So that means the average power is equal to half real part of E bar cross H bar here. So what is this here? So from this E bar cross H bar is equal to EH sin theta. We know that in EM wave, E bar and H bar both are perpendicular to each other. Then what happened? Theta is equal to 90 degrees. Then E bar cross H bar means EH, since sin theta is equal to 1. So then which is equation number 4? Then substituting equation 4 in equation 2, we get average power. P average is equal to half real part of, it is E bar cross H bar conjugate. That's why here it is EH conjugate. So we know that eta is equal to magnitude of E and magnitude of H. Magnitude of E and magnitude of H here. So then from this E is equal to eta into H, which is equation number 6. Then substituting equation 6 in equation 5, we get P average is equal to half real part of eta into H conjugate, which is equation number 7 here. So then if we can continue this expression, so we know that every alternating quantity can be represented with Hm into e power j omega t. Here magnetic field can be represented with Hm into e power j omega t. We are already discussed in Maxwell's equations for time harmonically varying fields, which is equation number 8. And H conjugate is Hm into e to the power of minus j omega t. So which is equation number 9. These things you are very familiar in M for complex variables. So that means substituting equation 8 and equation 9 in equation 7, we get, that is P average is equal to half real part of eta into H is Hm into e power j omega t into H conjugate is Hm into e power minus j omega t. So half real part of, what is this, Hm into e power j omega t into Hm into e power j minus j omega t, e power j omega t minus j omega t. That means since e power j omega t minus j omega t e power 0, then here 1. So then real part of eta into Hm into Hm. So that means which is magnitude value. Hm means magnitude. That's why it is came outside Hm square and real part of eta. Because of here it is eta means intrinsic impedance. Intrinsic impedance is R plus JXL, which has real part and imaginary part. That's why we will consider only real part here to calculate average power. Real part of intrinsic impedance eta. So this is the expression for average power in terms of magnetic field. Hm is the maximum value of magnetic field. Similarly, in terms of electric fields, P average is equal to half Em square real part of eta. Like this we can calculate the average power in terms of electric field and magnetic field. The average power means absorbed power, the dissipated power. In the EM wave we have to calculate only dissipated power. In the Poynting theorem proof also we are given only the dissipating power. That dissipating power or energy which is in terms of electric field as well as magnetic field. This is purely for dissipation of energy or power, but here output power. Poynting theorem proof is output power, that is a P bar Poynting vector, but here it is especially how much amount of dissipating value. Here this is output pop, this is output, this is input, this is dissipation. Right now, so from this it is only dissipating energy or dissipating power. It is only real part of eta. That is the difference between Poynting theorem proof and this average power expression.